everybody, Gina DeLuca here. All right, today I am going to be working on a greeting card. I have a pop-up art show coming up for Mother's Day, and I need to make some Mother's Day cards. So that is what is going to be happening today. I'm going to do a Stargazer lily. I kind of briefly went over how to do one of those the other day in one of my flower tutorials, but today we're going to paint one. So let's get this party started. There are 6 petals on a lily, or at least on a Stargazer lily. And really, you can paint these however you want because they come in so many varieties. Some are more white, some are almost all pink. The little dots up here, some of them only have a few, some are on the entire petal, some are only towards the center. You can paint this however you want. And also the Asiatic lilies come in a very, very wide variety of colors. So you could use this same format and do an entire rainbow of colors for these lilies. So that's what we are going to be doing today. All right, switching over to high speed and voiceover mode because this did take a while. If you would like a full tutorial on how to draw this lily, just go back a couple of videos to day 26 of the 30-day challenge, and towards the end, I show you how to draw one of these lilies. It is easier than you think, I promise you. I know it probably seems daunting if you haven't done much drawing, but if you check out that video in particular, I kind of show you how to draw flowers from different directions, and it might make things make a little more sense. Here I am using my dotter tool to apply some liquid mask so that those parts stay white when I come into paint, and I'm using my kneaded eraser to lift up some of that pencil so that it's not so dark and so that it doesn't bleed into my painting when it gets wet. I am now using one of the amazing Derwent Inktense watercolor pencils. These things are amazingly pigmented. You can see when I get it wet, it just goes crazy, and a little bit goes a long way. Really, I've done a couple of paintings with that particular pencil and have yet to sharpen it, so it really does go a very long way. I am quite smitten with these pencils. I know that they are quite pricey, but they really do seem to last a very long time. And you'll see in a little bit, there's different ways to use it. You can use it on dry paper and add the water like I'm doing right there. Or you can bring it in, and the way that I'm making those dots, I'm putting it down on the wet paper and it activates the pencil. And you can also touch your wet brush to the tip of the pencil and pick up some of that color if laying the pencil to the paper is not exactly what you need. I'm doing that right there. I just wanted to add some more color, but not a lot of texture, and I wanted to be able to blend it out. These things are very versatile, and just, man, they're so pigmented when you add the water. It's like, whoa, you kind of have to take that into account, how strong they are. See that? I mean, that's crazy. Another technique you can do, which I did on that stem, put down some of the pencil and then pick up a different color from your regular watercolor palette and lay that on top, and that gives you a very interesting color with different dimension. And now I've picked up a little light green and doing the pistils and stamen and the little sneeze machines at the tip. I did use the pencil and palette combo for the pollen pods. Now I'm bringing in my pen because I felt like there wasn't enough definition and I didn't want to dedicate a ton more time to really make it pop. I'm trying to not be so fussy. It's really hard for me. All right, I'm gonna call this finished. I did come in with ink because I was feeling like there wasn't enough contrast, and I had already put in quite a bit of time into this piece, and since I'm only gonna be selling it as a greeting card, you know, return on investment and all that, I don't want to spend 2 hours on a card to sell it for 10 bucks. So, yeah. So this was a learning curve. I'm still new to using these pencils. But yeah, I mean, this was okay. It was good. Good to learn. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. All of those good things. If you are subscribed and you are not receiving notifications, you need to click that bell. And if you are subscribed and you have clicked the bell and you're still not getting notifications, you may need to unsubscribe and then resubscribe. I don't know what's going on, but I'm fighting the robots, so help a sister. Help sister with the fight, with the robot fight. Check out the description box below for links to my PayPal tip jar if you feel so inclined. My website, GinaDeLuca.net, where you can find my art and music and the fluid art inspiration cards for sale. The cards are also available on Amazon. In the description box, you will also find a link to my affiliates and some coupon codes. Use those links and receive a small commission. I receive a small commission at no additional cost to you, and you get a discount. It's a win-win. You'll also find the link to our Facebook group. Go make some art, join us there, post your masterpieces, ask your questions, get some inspiration. A good time is had by most. It is the internet after all. And yeah, I think that's it. Check out the description box. You know, if I'm missing anything, it'll be in there. And yeah, come back tomorrow for day 30. The last day of 30 days of creating. I hope that you join me. I hope that you have been joining along on some of these adventures and maybe trying some new things yourself, and that it has inspired you to do more creating, try new things. All right. That is it for me for today, y'all. I hope you have a beautiful day. Now go make some art.